at the end of the day, right, the use of blockchain in global trade is still in its early stages, right? There's a lot of potential for growth. And so, as more and more companies adopt blockchain technology, I think we can really expect to see even more innovative, even more disruptive use cases emerge. But this is
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of WAGME TV. Today, we're giving you an update on the famous Chainlink project, some new critical updates coming to the chain and what they're going to be able to do. So we're just going to give you a quick rundown on that and get you guys updated. Mod, I think you're giving us the background.
Yeah, so really quickly, very recently, Chainlink actually ran a proof of concept with a variety of different companies, really focused on using blockchain to streamline the trade document transfer process. So, really, those companies use Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, or CCIP. We've talked about it a bit in the past, really to ensure that data and tokens could be securely and interoperably exchanged across public and private blockchains. Of course, this is important because global trade often involves multiple parties across tons of different jurisdictions, each with their own preferred blockchain platforms in the future, right? So the proof of concept, long story short, was successful in really demonstrating how blockchain can be used to automate and streamline the trade document transfer process. So obviously, this is a big deal, right? That could have a significant impact on global trade ecosystem, which is currently worth about $32 trillion. So, in conclusion, right, it's a really exciting development for the global trade industry. Blockchain, as we've talked about on this channel a lot, has the potential to make a significant impact on the way that trade is conducted. And Chainlink really is playing a key role in making that happen. So, any thoughts on that, fellas?
Yeah, I feel like on this channel, we're constantly talking about, where's the first real application for real world assets on chain? We've talked about US treasuries, I think, in previous episodes. This is pretty interesting, being able to see, real world assets in the sense of documents associating different shipments, like you're saying, across different countries. I mean, shipping, it just seems like a complex industry. And so it'd be very interesting to understand the full details of, really how they were using this, across jurisdictions, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, ever since those are some great points, and I think ever since Chainlink's been around, like I feel like that's been one of their biggest value props, is that they're actually going to be able to be used in a real world scenario. And to me, like the kind of value of a lot of these crypto projects is the ability to translate it to a real world use case that solves an actual problem that would, save people money or make something more efficient, something like that, reduce risk. But at the same time, what's been interesting to me is, like, even though Chainlink's, pumped from a just, chart perspective pretty recently, in the past, I feel like it's kind of underperformed from what people have thought it would have done, me included. Like I just think, based on what it's actually providing, it should be valued a lot higher. And I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on why that is, or maybe people just maybe it's so complicated people just don't understand it. I don't really know if you guys have thoughts, but I would just figure they're providing so much value in real time compared to other crypto projects that have done better, quote unquote, in the market. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a little bit hard to predict from that perspective, right? I mean, they've obviously pumped pretty significantly as of late, which has been exciting to see. They've really been ranging for probably over a year at this point, right? Crypto market hasn't been good. I don't think that's obviously no big secret, but I think that at the end of the day, you never exactly know what's going to happen. But from my opinion, right, Chainlink, it's been around a long time, and it's just not quite as flashy as the rest of them, right? And I think part of the point that you make is, yeah, it does have some of this potential real world value, which I think is really cool, in the way that we're going to get people involved in the space. And I think to this point, a lot of people who have been involved in the space that are, buying tokens and trying to make money off of it, Chainlink probably hasn't been the one that they've been actually looking into, right? They've been looking at the Sheaves and the Pepes and those sorts of the folks in town. But at the end of the day, right, the use of blockchain in global trade is still in its early stages, right? There's a lot of potential for growth. And so, as more and more companies adopt blockchain technology, I think we can really expect to see even more innovative, even more disruptive use cases emerge. But this is a really cool one, and we just wanted to share that with y'all.
Awesome. I think that wraps it up for us. I mean, I think like obviously a great project. And I think it has some of the, like we were saying, some of the closest real world ties that we've seen of any other crypto project. So excited for the future of it. We'll be covering the latest updates if we hear anything else. But like, comment, subscribe if you found this valuable. Would love to hear your thoughts on Link and whether you guys hold it or not, and whether you believe in the future of it. So until next time, wag me.